Okay, here we go. Hey everybody.
Hello.
We have the rare opportunity this week because we've got someone to watch the boys that Kaitie gets the chance to come and play a Pokemon League. So we're hoping to do that. It's going to be exciting. And we had built a deck for Kaitie. It was actually one of the last Tabletop Tuesdays we did. With the move, before the move and everything, we built a deck based around Sylveon V. So it's a Rapid Strike box deck that uses a number of different Rapid Strike and a couple non-Rapid Strike attackers. So this will be one of Kaitie's last chances to play it while it's still standard legal.
Yeah.
So we're going to practice some this week and hopefully go and play.
Yay!
So here we go. All right, ready?
Yep.
Call it.
Heads.
Is tails. I will go first.
Okay.
And we'll definitely play 6 prizes because we've got lots of multi-prizers. Yeah. Alright, ready?
Yep.
We go start our single prize support Pokemon. Okay. I am going to Nest Ball. For Arceus V. And attach a water energy. And pass.
Okay.
So what are you thinking?
Well, I think I need to play Radiant Eternatus.
Now it ends your turn.
Oh, it ends my turn. Okay.
So you do want to play it on turn 1. That's absolutely the best time to play it. But you don't want to play it when you're done playing everything else.
Right. Okay.
Which often means you miss an energy attachment turn 1.
Right.
Ugh. Which isn't the end of the world.
Yeah.
But if you have a Nest Ball or you have another V to put down, that's fine.
Right.
Obviously, you want to leave 3 bench spots because you need Radiant Eternatus and the 2 VMAXs that you're planning to go get.
So I don't have any other Pokemon I can put down, and I only have a water energy.
Okay. I would not bother attaching the water energy to Remoraid.
Yeah.
Unless, do you already have Octillery, or do you already have Tower of Waters?
No.
Or do you already have...
I have an Ultra Ball.
You have an Ultra Ball. Okay. So you'll probably use that to get Octillery on the next turn.
On the next... Well,
yeah, no,
right.
Not this
Don't
turn.
play this turn. Right. This is just my first turn.
Correct.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah, because the only thing attaching the water energy would do would be to be used to retreat Remoraid, but you've got Tower of Waters that gives free retreat anyway.
Okay. Because yeah, I don't want to do any of the other things in my hand. So, alright. So yes, so I'm going to play Radiant Eternatus.
Okay.
And use Climactic Gate.
Can you read it?
Yes, sorry. When you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench during your turn, you may search your deck for up to 2 Pokemon VMAX and put them onto your bench. Then shuffle your deck. If you use this ability, your turn ends.
So what 2 VMAXs are you looking for?
So I want Blaziken, VMAX, and I want Urshifu VMAX, right?
Yep, you definitely want Urshifu. Usually Urshifu Blaziken is what I do against most decks. Tempting to just get double Urshifu against this deck because I'm all colorless. Although technically you don't know that yet.
Right.
But I think Urshifu Blaziken is generally good as long as your opponent doesn't have like water Pokemon, obviously.
Right.
So don't put Blaziken down against water Pokemon.
Right.
If you can avoid it. Inevitably, that's when I get stuck with Blaziken V as my only basic. If that happens to you, that you have to start a basic with weakness, just don't ever evolve it. There's no point in giving those extra prizes.
Right, okay.
Unless it just happens to be like the perfect scenario where it's really going to help you advance your board state. Otherwise, just, you eat the 2 prizes and you don't give up the 3rd. Yeah. Because the extra HP won't help you against weakness.
Right.
Okay, so that was your turn.
Yep, that is my turn. I'm shuffling my deck.
Alright, so I'm drawing. Ooh, that's interesting. I'm gonna Ultra Ball away Melanie and Boss. Yeah. For Arceus V-Star. Switch. Judge.
Shuffle your hand, draw 4.
Yep.
Into your deck.
Yep. Shuffle, draw 4, both of us.
Well, good. I didn't have to figure out what to throw away with my Ultra Ball.
Yet.
Well, yeah.
Unless you draw
until I redraw it.
And see, I mean, I wasn't planning that, but I still would not have attached the water energy to Remoraid.
Right.
In general. Just because that deck has such an easy time retreating in general.
Yeah.
Especially because if you just draw into, I guess I'm going to knock Remoraid out. But you didn't know that.
No.
And I didn't know that for sure. I guess I kind of knew that. I had an Ultra Ball. I top decked the Judge. I was actually going to play Luminion for Judge. But then I top decked it, so I didn't have to play Luminion.
Right. Oh my gosh.
Alright.
Sorry, keep dropping cards.
Oh, perfect.
Oh my gosh. I can't. This is dumb. Sorry.
Yep. Double Turbo.
Good job.
Nest Ball. For I'm gonna Nest Ball for Dunsparce, and then use Starbirth for I don't have to show you, but I'm about to play both of them. So
okay.
Togekiss and Slaking. No. Yes. I'm going back and forth. No. Arceus. Okay, and then Rare Candy into Togekiss. And then I don't need to shuffle because I'm going to Trinity Nova for 180 for the knockout. And attach free water energy here. And then, now I need to shuffle because, man, it's never going to go this well for me.
I love you.
Tomorrow. Yeah, so you do have to be really careful. Radiant Eternatus is a huge liability because of its 2 retreat costs, and it's not a rapid strike Pokemon. So if they ever get the bright idea to boss it up, it's really hard to get out of the active spot.
Yeah.
Because you can't even attach a rapid strike energy to it.
Right.
And you can't accelerate energy to it with Max Blaze or...
Yeah.
So if they have a way to boss it up and they can attack your bench, you're
done.
pretty screwed.
Yep.
So you have one switch and one escape rope, I think, in there.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to, if you play Radiant Eternus, you have to think about
Is there a
things.
switch and an escape rope? I know there's an escape rope.
I thought there was more than one switching card, but maybe not. Okay, now I'm going to use Precious Gift.
Wait,
Once,
what? You just used turn.
Once at the end of your turn,
okay.
after your attack, you may use this ability.
Okay.
Draw until you have 8 cards in your hand.
Nice.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's why it's so cool.
Yes. Yes, that's very cool now. Okay.
Yes.
Alright, so now it's my turn for real.
Now it's your turn for real.
Okay. Alright, so I'm going to put Room Raid onto the bench.
Okay, good.
I'm going to play Tower of Waters.
Okay. It's very reasonable. But I wouldn't play. Are you planning to retreat this turn?
I guess I'm not sure.
Because if you're not going to use it this turn, and you're not going to get rid of your hand,
right.
then I would just keep it.
Don't play it yet, because I'm not ready to use it. Okay.
Because one of the worst stadiums, I don't think you'll see it much, but one of the worst stadiums you could run into is Temple of Sinnoh, which shuts off your Rapid Strike energy.
Okay.
So if you can't, do you have a Rapid Strike energy?
I do.
Oh, well then yeah, put it down, attach to Urshifu, and then switch in and Gale Thrust.
Okay.
That's like your main attack.
Right. Okay. Because I was going back and forth about who I needed to put that on.
Yeah, so
but I want this has to be. It only does the damage if it's moved to the active.
Well,
this
it does
turn.
30.
Yeah. It does the big damage.
It does the big damage if it's moved into the active this turn.
During the turn that it's attacking. Okay. Okay. Sorry. So then I would go ahead and retreat.
Yep.
And use that.
Yep, and that is a retreat, so that's important to remember.
Right. So I couldn't.
Even though it's free.
I couldn't do it again.
Correct.
Right. Okay, I can't do anything else in my hand, so then I want to go ahead and use Gale Thrust.
Yep.
For 150.
Because Dunsparce takes away weakness, which is why it's in here.
Right. Okay.
Because there are some people playing Urshifu these days. Otherwise, that would have been a one-shot.
Right.
Okay. Draw for turn. Alright, well we're gonna bench Slay King, attach Bravery Charm. Ultra Ball away, Water Energy, and Lumineon. For Arceus V-Star. Escape Rope.
Okay. So I have to choose first?
Mm-hmm. That probably makes the most sense. You almost certainly know that I'm going to attack, so you could put up Radiant Eternatus to sacrifice it.
Okay. Yeah, because I can't do anything else with it.
And it only gives up one prize.
Right.
The problem is, and this is not a deck that can attack your bench. You just have to think about, again, what we just talked about, like don't strand your own Radiant Eternatus in the active spot.
Right.
Okay, so then I'm going to switch. And really, I should have, like, if you're going to play Escape Rope like that, and you've got all the pieces you need, I should have played it first before I, like, set up the Arceus V-Star, so that you had less information.
I wouldn't know, he's going to attack me.
Super Rod to put back Lumineon and Water Energy.
This is why I usually put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Sorry, guys. Okay.
And then research away rare candy. Okay. Trinity Nova for knockout. And that's all I'm going to do.
Alright, you're done. Yes.
I am done. Okay. Well, I will draw cards for Precious Gift, but
okay.
You can wait. I mean, you don't have to wait for that.
Okay.
It doesn't change anything.
Right. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna play Karina's Focus. Draw until you have 6 cards in your hand, so drawing 4.
Okay. I drew 1 for Precious Gift.
Okay. I am thinking I need to Ultra Ball away Sylveon VMAX and Melanie for Octillery.
Yeah, probably, especially if you don't have any water energy in your discard.
I
right?
don't.
Yeah.
I have, like, nothing.
Melanie can be great, but sometimes in this deck it's
don't...
just totally useless.
Well, yeah.
Especially once you have Blaziken, because you're often just re-accelerating those water energy anyway.
Right.
Now sometimes, because it says up to, sometimes if like Melanie's the only supporter in your hand,
yeah.
and you have 2 water energy, or you have like a Rapid Strike and a water, it might make sense actually not to accelerate the water so that you can play Melanie the next turn.
Draw 3.
But if you have Octillery, there's 2 copies of Karina's Focus that you can go search for.
Yeah.
So that would be a good card to look and see how many of them are in the deck.
Okay.
But if you have a big dead hand and Melanie's your only supporter, try to leave a water energy or get a water energy into the discard for that reason.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that was... Don't have any attached to that.
Because you're about to Rapid Strike search.
Okay. So... I feel like I should get another Rapid Strike energy.
Yeah.
Well, that is not it.
That's not it.
It's not what I'm trying to grab. Okay, well. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
How many Rapid Strike energy do you have in your deck?
That's a great question.
That is a good question.
1. I prized 1 of them.
Okay. Because the other thing you could consider, I assume you don't have a water energy in your hand?
Yeah.
Okay. The other thing you could consider would be attaching that second Rapid Strike energy, as long as it's not your last one, to Urshifu, coming up and doing G-Max Rapid Flow, because I don't have a mana fee, I don't have a bench barrier.
Right.
And then on your next turn, you could attack with Blaziken and re-accelerate those 2 Rapid Strike energy that you discard.
Right.
that would allow you to pick off my Dunsparce
Right.
and then potentially be hitting for weakness the rest of the game.
Yeah, okay.
I am not on. That might be the best move. It obviously depends.
Well, because if I did that, I would be...
I think that's up there. I think it is a good move.
Yeah. Because then that Arceus V-Star would have 10 HP left.
Correct.
And then you'd be without your weakness barrier.
Correct. And you don't know this, but I have no way to recover it because I've already played my one copy of Super Rock.
Right. Right. Yeah, because I would not know that you only have one copy.
Correct.
Okay, well, I think we're gonna do that.
Okay.
Okay, G-Max Rapid Flow.
Okay, so you're gonna knock out Dunsparce, so you will take a prize, and then you'll get 120 HP or damage here. So he's at 270.
Yes. So then I have to discard both of these.
Correct.
Okay.
All right. Draw for turn. That's not what I needed to see. But okay. I'm going to put V-Guard energy onto Slaking V. I am going to Nest Ball for Spirit Tomb, which shuts off the abilities of all basic Pokemon V.
Okay.
And the reason that's helpful for me, so it blocks other players from using Lumineon, which is cool.
Okay.
It blocks some other useful abilities like Zacian's ability, Zacian V and Raikou V, but mostly I use it to shut off my own Slaking V, whose ability prevents him from attacking at certain prize counts.
Yeah.
Now it also shuts off my own Lumineon V, so
right.
I have to be mindful of that, but obviously I'm making a judgment call.
Right, right.
Choice Belt. Judge.
Okay.
See, but once you have Artillery in play, like, it almost doesn't matter.
It's like, nah, I can get something.
You usually just need one piece.
Yeah.
Now, ideally, you'll get down a second, and this is actually a matchup, now that you're going into normal type, colorless types, where putting down Medicham and potentially attacking with its second attack, not Yoga Loop, is actually useful.
Yeah.
Wait, did I knock out a Remoraid earlier?
Yes.
I never took a prize card.
Oh.
I'm really bad about that. I actually played a game at Locals where I ended up taking 8 prizes because I forgot to take, like, I took enough knockouts for 8 prizes, but I forgot to take them, so I was like, oh, we'll just keep playing.
We'll just keep playing because
I didn't want to call a judge over, and I was in a pretty good position, and you know, she was newer, so I didn't want to be like, whatever.
Yeah.
So I just played at a disadvantage, essentially. I made myself have to go further.
Right.
Okay. Path. Trinity Nova for 230. And then I'm going to draw 5 off of Precious Gift.
Let's see. Oh my gosh. You said 130?
230.
Sorry, 230.
50.
There it is. Okay. Okay.
Oh, sorry. And then, because of Trinity Nova, I'm going to do that.
Okay.
Now your best move here would be if you had a Cheryl. Would be amazing. Do you have Cheryl or do you have Forest Sealstone?
No.
Do you have Arvin will help you fast enough? Okay. So Cheryl's really cool because she heals all damage from evolved Pokemon, but then you have to discard all the energy. Well, if you already don't have any energy,
it's fine.
so you just do it first, get rid of the energy, and then you attack with Blaziken VMAX and re-accelerate that energy.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh.
I did that on purpose, sort of. I realized I could see your hand.
Oh.
You know, the old days.
Okay. Let's see. I don't have any of those things that we just talked about.
Okay, what do you have?
I have Water Energy, Drapion V, Escape Rope, and Serena.
Okay. Escape Rope is potentially useful. Serena is very useful. Because it's a boss, essentially. And I am a turn away from healing my Arceus V-Star, although you don't know that. But you can catch me early. You don't have free retreat right now. So what you need is a Rapid Strike Energy on Blaziken VMAX, which you can search for. Or you need Tower of Waters, or you need a switching card. You can't search for a switching card, but you have one. I'm just trying to get you to think about what are the pieces that you need to be able to attack this turn.
Right.
Now, in theory, if he wasn't really dead, like you could, if you wanted to, you could Escape Rope, and then, of course, I would get to switch into something. So actually, Escape Rope isn't that great.
Right, because you have to switch into something first.
But then you can
respond.
You can Serena one of my Vs, regardless of what I Escape Rope into.
Right, okay.
So you could, in theory, Escape Rope, Serena up any of the Vs that you want to knock out, put the energy on Urshifu, and you could knock out either of my full HP colorless Pokemon. But that probably doesn't set you up for success, because then I'm taking 3 prizes in response, and you know that you don't have access to your 4th Rapid Strike Energy. So, you need to do something different than that.
Okay. Okay.
So you're just gonna do that? You're gonna... What are you thinking?
I feel like we talked about a lot of stuff just now.
You don't want to leave him in the active.
Yeah.
You don't want to attack with him, ideally, because he has all this damage.
Right. So I either have to get Tower of Waters or use Escape Rope.
Correct.
But I should use Escape Rope because I can go get... Because I need to use this to get energy to attack.
Correct.
Okay. Alright, so I'm going to play Escape Rope.
Alright, and I'm going to switch into Togekiss, because Togekiss has free retreat, and it has 150 HP, so it can survive Max Blaze.
Right.
Although it could not survive Gale Thrust, but again, as we just discussed, it would be silly for you to advance and use Gale Thrust unless it was really going to put you way ahead.
Right.
Because of now wait a minute. How much you don't have Melanie, do you? Okay, good. Because then you could potentially use G-Max Rapid Flow again, and you could take 3 prizes. Which still might not be the best, because I'd be taking 3 prizes in response, but...
Right.
Okay.
Okay, so then I need to use Rapid Strike Search to get energy.
Yep.
Okay.
Because that's your last one. What else do you have?
I have Serena, 2 Water Energy, and Drapion V.
Okay, well, Drapion V is useless here,
Yes.
but we will play against Mew in a moment where it is useful.
Okay.
That kind of sucks. Because you had to use your attach from hand there. The water just don't get you any value right now.
Right.
Okay. Alright.
So then, am I playing Serena?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you definitely don't want to hit this. You're not
Right.
even going to knock it out.
Right. So I want to play Serena for the Arceus V.
Mm-hmm.
The damage Arceus
Yep.
V.
Because what you don't know is that I have Charon's Care in my hand, so if you don't knock it out, the next turn I'm just going to pick it up, put all cards into my hand.
Oh, okay. Which gives you access to more energy.
Put one of your colorless Pokemon that has any damage counters on it and all attached cards into your hand.
Wow. Okay.
There's actually only 1 copy in this deck, but it's a card that if you can pull it off like that, I mean I just wiped out 2 of your turns.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So then I'm going to go ahead and Max Blaze.
Okay, and that gets you the knockout. And you take 2 prizes. I'm going to advance Togekiss because, as we just discussed, Togekiss has free retreat. I'm going to draw for turn. I will play Pidgey. Then what will I do? Right now, you don't have the ability to retreat, but all you have to do is Rapid Strike Search for Tower of Waters. Octillery is so problematic when you get it set up.
Yeah.
I don't really want to do either of those things. And my Bravery Charm doesn't mean much now because I've lost my protection against weakness. Man. Okay. Alright. We are going to attach double turbo energy here. Retreat for free. And Trinity Nova for 230. And I'm going to draw 1 for Precious Gift.
So I'm going to use Rapid Strike Search
What did you draw?
What did I draw? I drew a Palpad.
What did you take off prizes?
I got Arvin and Boss's orders.
Okay.
I want that, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So play that. And
Yeah, you're gonna use one of your supporters.
yeah.
It doesn't make sense not to.
Right.
And you just have Arvin and Boss.
Yeah.
Okay. This probably is the best target, so I don't know that bossing
Right.
is going to be helpful, so I would Arvin.
Okay. Item card and Pokemon tool card. Okay.
Yep, so the best item is Forest Sealstone. Or best tool is Forest Sealstone.
Is that the only tool in this deck?
It is. There's
there's
a
a choice belt. Right. Okay. And then an item.
Probably going to be Nest Ball.
Okay. That's kind of what I was thinking. Because I don't have anyone else set up.
Yep.
Okay.
I would probably then immediately play Nest Ball for your other Rapid Strike or Shifu V. Right? Does that make sense?
Yes. Because they're my stronger hitters in this matchup.
For sure.
Okay. Okay. And then am I going to go ahead and use this?
I go back and forth on that myself. Like, I don't want to keep it. Well, one, I know you have it now because you just pulled it off Arvin, right? You had to reveal it.
Yeah.
But even when I just draw it into my hand, I go back and forth on if I'm not going to use it this turn, do I want to attach it? Because maybe my opponent will, like, Lost Vacuum it or take out or knock out that Pokemon or something.
Right.
On the other hand, if you attach it, if you don't attach it and then they judge you or something, now you just lost it again.
Right.
So I do like to go ahead and attach it.
Attach and use.
Yeah, not and use necessarily if there's nothing clearly to use it on.
Right. Okay.
I mean, ideally, what you're hoping is that you can knock out Arceus, and I don't have a way to knock out Urshifu, and then the perfect scenario for you would be to get like Cheryl or something.
Mm-hmm.
Although you don't have any Rapid Strike energy, but you're about to take 2 prizes, so you have a 66% chance of drawing Rapid Strike energy off the prizes.
Right.
And actually, it's higher than that because
Just like attach it here. Just like attach it.
I actually would not attach it there. I would attach it here. He's about to go to the bench.
Right. He's not getting ready to go to active.
Yeah, but you have to think about who would potentially benefit the most from Choice Belt.
Oh.
Because once you attach the Forest Sealstone,
it
you
stays
can't
even
attach.
after you use it.
Correct.
Right. Okay. Right. Okay. So I'm shuffling. Yes, I am shuffling because I'm not using Forest Sealstone right now.
I can't think of anything for sure that would be. Because really, you want a Forest Sealstone for either like Boss or Cheryl or something that you can't Rapid Strike search for, and something that makes all the difference, like on that turn.
Right. Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
Or, I mean, if you need 2 Rapid Strike cards to complete, you know, some kind of big combo, then you could Rapid Strike search for 1 and force Sealstone for the other. But obviously, you can only force Sealstone once in the entire game. But sometimes I use it as early as turn 1 to get Radiant Eternatus, and sometimes I use it to get boss for game at the very end.
Right. Okay.
That's actually very confusing to me.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
I don't know what you have.
Oh.
Just random cards.
Okay. So then I'm going to retreat for free.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Because then you can Gale Thrust for 2 prizes.
Right.
Fudge. How did we get here? Hisuian Heavy Ball. Fail. Okay, Rare Candy and Pidgeot EX. He has how much damage? 230? Oh, that's perfect. Okay, good.
Great.
Okay. Ultra Ball away, Togepi, and Ultra Ball. For Togekiss. Iono.
Okay. I almost shuffled into my deck.
Oh, game loss.
Oh boy.
I win. Judge. Oh wait, I'm the judge.
We call Ryo over here.
I was gonna say we could call Maddie or Kyle. We could call Kyle.
Yeah.
Alright, so here's my. Okay, so I'm going to. Yes, I'm still going to attach V-Guard energy from hand. I'm going to bump your Tower of Waters with Lake Acuity. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to Quick Search, and I don't have to reveal the card.
Oh, wow, that's nice.
That's why Pidgeot EX is really cool if you can set it up. Because it's search for any card, but you can't use more than 1 Quick Search per turn. Otherwise, everybody would just have like 4 Pidgeot EX.
Right.
And then I'm going to retreat for free into Pidgeot EX and use Blustery Wind for 100. It's minus 20 for the double turbo. That's enough to knock him out, right? And it says you may discard a stadium in play, but I will not.
Okay.
Oh, wait. I screwed myself up by playing like Acuity. He is protected. He takes 20 less damage, so he only takes 80. He has water or fighting energy attached.
Take 20 less damage. Oh.
Yeah, I screwed that up. And the discarding of the stadium happens after the attack. So he has 310 damage.
Yeah.
So 180 and another 130. Dang it.
Okay.
And then you're just gonna force Sealstone for boss for game.
Yes.
You don't actually have to do it, but
okay. Yeah. Sorry, I was just making sure that because I would retreat him.
Yep, you can
manually.
manually retreat
and
him.
He would
put up Blaziken, and you can boss Spiritomb for game.
Right.
I can't believe I screwed up that Lake Acuity play. Man. No.
I mean, I was going to be able to do that anyway.
True, but I was at least going to take 3 more prizes before you got to do it. Well, I can't put Manaphy in here too, so if they do that, I just have to deal with it. The thing that really got me was I was gonna get to Charon's up that Arceus that was damaged,
right.
And then we boss KO'd that one, and then I didn't have weakness anymore. That was before that. I'm trying to remember the sequence of things, but no, that was good. That was good. So yeah, that's a really good. I mean, that deck is so cool because it can tank hits from a lot of. I mean, there are a lot of decks right now that can hit those big numbers. So Chen Pao can, and if you're going against Chen Pao, you have to really not use Blaziken at all.
Okay.
But you could potentially, if you can pull off a G-Max Rapid Flow turn 2 and take out both of their Baxcalibur, or their, not Baxcalibur, their Fridge Backs before they evolve them, oh man, that deck's just dead in the water then. But Chen Pao can hit really big numbers, Miraidon can hit really big numbers, but they will also be weak against Rapid Strike Urshifu, because they're lightning. So for the most part, they're all fighting weak.
Right.
And you may just be able to outpace them, potentially. But you won't be able to recover energy. Well, you will be able to potentially recover energy in that deck with Blaziken, but Blaziken won't get you very far if they can one-shot it.
Right.
But you can one-shot pretty much everything they have if you can just Gale Thrust.
Okay.
Even, well, not Regieleki VMAX, but if you just damage it and then you G-Max Rapid Flow onto it, you could potentially take like 4 prizes in one turn if you can G-Max Rapid Flow if they play Regieleki VMAX. Not everybody does right now, but you could potentially G-Max Rapid Flow onto a Regieleki VMAX for 3 prizes and a Mari for the 4th prize. So the weakness will help you there, but Raichu V can hit really big numbers. Because they just attach a ton of lightning energy, and then Raichu V is 60 per. You can discard any number of lightning energy from all your Pokemon, and it's 60 per. And Chen Pao, I think, is the exact same math. Alright, let me switch decks real quick. Everybody has. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't think we're going to get through as many decks as I'd hoped to get through.
It's okay. We can practice tomorrow, too.
Oh, that is not... Oh, that is not even the deck I thought it was. Okay. Wow, I have a lot more Lumineon V than I thought I did. Okay.
So next time you say, I need more Lumineon V. No, I'm kidding.
What is this? Oh, that's Miraidon. It's my Miraidon. Which is considerably different from the one that just got 2nd place at Pittsburgh, so I might need to
rehash that one.
What is this? Okay, there we go. You definitely need to practice against Mew because you will almost certainly see Mew.
Right.
In fact, if that kid shows up again, and I hope he does, but if he shows up again and all he has is the 2021 World Champ deck, I'll be like, here's my Mew deck. Just, give it back to me when you're done. Okay, this goes in here. So, obviously against Mew, you need to avoid using Urshifu at all.
Right.
Which
he's weak.
I was going to stinking put up Togekiss, and I could have knocked out your Urshifu with weakness from Togekiss, but you only had one prize left.
Right.
I guess I still could have done that, but you would have. I mean, you would have been able to boss KO no matter what. I had no way to stop your.
I can't drink out of a straw anymore.
What are you doing?
Sorry, guys.
What are you doing?
I'm a mess.
Long time since I've played this bad boy. I love you a lot.
I love you a lot.
Thank you for playing.
Yeah. Thank you for being patient with me.
No, that one's so it's very tricky because people don't know what to expect out of it.
Right.
Any deck that attaches and leaves a lot of energy on the board is also very susceptible to Starmie V. And Starmie V,
right. I didn't even see Starmie that whole game.
It's in there, but you can potentially power it up in one turn if you nest ball for it, attach manually, Melanie. Yeah, you can't put Rapid Strike energy on it.
Right.
But it does 50 times the amount of energy attached to all of your opponent's Pokemon.
Okay.
So
it would have been good against that last deck, too.
It would have been very good against an Arceus deck, yes.
Okay.
But you already had weakness, so you
didn't really need. Right.
Okay. Ready?
Heads.
It is tails. I'll go first.
Okay. I have a mulligan.
Yes. Okay. I do not. So your main Mew counter, because you don't have Path to the Peak. Path to the Peak really doesn't hurt you at all, because Sylveon V's ability ends your turn, so you really only want to use it turn 1 if you absolutely have to.
Right.
And Radiant Eternatus' ability ends your turn, so you really only want to use it turn 1 if you absolutely have to.
Right.
Not if you absolutely have to. In the sense that you're not going to Radiant Eternatus later in the game, most of the time.
Right.
But it's very good to use on turn 1, if you get it.
Right.
Because then, like, in this deck, what I would go for would be Blaziken, Sylveon. Against this deck, because you're going up against Psychic types, so you don't want to...
I can't set up my
there's no point in putting out Urshifu, because it's just an easy 3 prizes.
Right.
Oh, I need to take my mulligan card.
Okay.
If you have Drapion, it's not the worst starter ever, but Sylveon or Starmie V is good, just because it has free retreat, so it's not a terrible starter. You're probably starting Remoraid again, based on your reaction. Or Rapid Strike Urshifu V is your only basic. Or Radiant Eternatus is the absolute worst. It's the absolute worst starting basic.
It is, because it's only coming to turn.
Because it can't retreat. And, okay. Alright, so I'm going to draw for turn. I'm going to play Lost City. I'm going to play Forest Sealstone and use it. For Battle VIP Pass. to get Genesect, Mew, I'm going to play Alessa Sparkle to choose my 2 Mew and attach.
You can't play a sport on your first
Oh,
turn.
you're very right. I cannot do that. Go back to my deck. I'm so sorry. I got all caught up.
You got all excited.
Caught up in the moment. Well, I have an Alessa Sparkle, which is cool. Howdy, howdy. All right, so back to doing legal moves. I will attach a double turbo energy from my hand. I will play an escape rope and then retreat. I guess I didn't need to retreat right away. And then I will play a power tablet so that I can fusion strike system and draw 2. We'll nest ball. Meloetta. I use that for the VIP pass. We dreamed of creating the most powerful Pokemon, and we succeeded. I will fusion strike system for 2 again. 2. Okay. I will Ultra Ball away Mew and Palpad. For Genesect. Hi, honey. How you doing?
I'm fine.
Hello.
I'm all sleepy over here.
Yeah. Well, that's always been the joke about Mew, is that their turns take forever.
Do laundry, mow the lawn,
Now
come
it's
back,
Lost
and they're
Box,
still doing
though.
stuff.
Lost Box is so slow, especially when people sit on live and literally wait. That person literally must have been waiting for the timer to start and get almost all the way down every time they made an action.
Oh my
Like, it's the
gosh.
only thing that makes sense, because they were 12 minutes more
That's
playing than what I was using.
so much.
Okay, and then Fusion Strike system for 4. Because I draw up to the number of Fusion Strike Pokemon I have. Attach 4 Steel Stone. Attach Choice Belts. Pass.
Okay. Oh, good heavens. Alright. Okay, I'm going to nest ball times 2.
Okay.
I want Starmie. Right?
Starmie's good.
And I want Blaziken.
Probably a Remoraid.
Probably a Remoraid.
One of those 2 needs to be a Remoraid.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
It depends on what else you have in your hand. If you already have 2 water energy in your hand or something.
No.
Or, yeah.
I do not.
Okay. Did you prize both Rimmer?
I think I missed it because I was looking for the first. Yeah, here we go. Here's one. I was like, what?
That is the worst. That is the worst.
Never mind. Do this for me. Okay. Here's that. I'm going to attach Rapid Strike Energy here.
Right.
I'm not sure what item card I would look for if I use Dream Gift.
I often use it for like an Ultra Ball to get Artillery on turn 2 or something, but it depends on what else you have in your hand.
Right.
You don't have a supporter.
I do not, no. Okay. I've got Ultra Ball fodder. Not worried about that. I'm not worried about like having cards to throw away. I do have Tower of Waters, but I don't know that am I ready to use it? Do I go ahead and start swinging?
I would
Just
not start swinging.
Okay, I didn't think so. I was feeling like I should wait.
Yeah.
Okay, so, okay.
What else do you have?
Rabbit Strike, Urshifu, and VMAX. Yeah.
Okay.
And Ultra Ball and Power.
The problem is, do you know if your other Remoraid is in there?
I'm 99% sure it is.
This is still your first turn, right?
Yes.
So you have two options as I see it. Whatever you leave in the active is probably getting knocked out.
Right.
So you could, it's tricky, could Ultra Ball for the other Remoraid now.
Okay.
And then retreat into it. No, you can't retreat. Well, you can with Tower of Waters.
Put towers out.
But then you won't have anything to draw off of.
Right.
Like you would literally have an empty hand. You'd be saving a prize, but you would have an empty hand.
Right.
So you cannot bank on playing Tower and then having Tower again next turn.
Right.
So the other line of play that I'm thinking of is Ultra Balling for Radiant Eternatus right now.
And just being able to put down Blaziken VMAX and Sylveon VMAX?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That still doesn't leave you with a way to get Artillery. It's a tough hand.
Yes, it was not the best opening hand.
Because you can't use Dream Gift and Climactic Gate.
Right. I can only use one, because both of them in your turn.
Right.
So.
And unfortunately for you, I had a fallen Mew first turn. Bussin', what did the kids say?
The kids say, "Oh my gosh."
Raya's over there making comments.
My elderly brother.
My geriatric brother was trying to use slang.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So
the other option is to use Dream Gift, eat the KO, and then have the Ultra Ball available to you for Artillery next turn.
Okay. Or see what I draw into and then use it as needed.
Yes. So you can dream gift. You can actually dream gift for Nest Ball and set yourself up. Now you have to be just talking through this. If I were to set up an attack with a Mew VMAX, you would want to go get Drapion V and just boom, blow away a Mew VMAX and get 3 free prizes. Not really free, but 3 prizes.
Okay.
But I'm not going to do that. I'm almost certainly going to attack with Meloetta. But that's something else you want. So what I would actually think through with other people, if I was playing somebody else, what I would think through would be to dream gift for Nest Ball. Make sure you have Drapion in there, that it's not in your prizes. So then on the next turn, you can Nest Ball for Drapion if you need it, Ultra Ball for Octillery, Rapid Strike Search for Karina's Focus.
Okay.
You'll play Tower of Waters, and then you'll draw 5 or 6 off of Karina's Focus.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
I think so. Okay, so I'm not playing anything else out of my hand right now.
Yep.
That's just saying right there. I'm going to use Dream Gift for Nest Ball.
Correct.
That in my hand.
Because what you're hoping is that I have to attack with Mew VMAX and I can only hit you for 190. Right. So you're hoping that you can eat an attack.
Right.
Unfortunately, that's probably not going to be the case. Yeah. Especially because I just drew Power Tablet.
Ooh.
Alessa Sparkle.
Yes, now you're allowed to use that.
For these two. There's one. Hang on, I'm not going to attach them yet. See if the other one is in here. It's not. Ooh.
Okay.
Well, the problem is I have 2 in my hand.
Oh.
Which is really annoying because Alessa Sparkle, you can only get them out of the deck. So if I hadn't drawn that one last turn, there you go, let me just make sure. Alright, it really isn't here, but, so in that case, I am just going to attach here with Alessa Sparkle, attach here manually from turn. I can't do anything about that. I'm going to play Power Tablet. Let me just leave it out so I don't forget. Now I need to shuffle.
Power Tablet 30?
30. Ooh, so you might get to pull off the play that we just talked about anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, and actually I have Choice Belt. And he has no double turbo attached, so Sylveon V is almost certainly going down as long as I can find it. As long as I can find a Mew VMAX. That's why this deck is so fun and intoxicating to play.
It is fun to play.
And it's very straightforward, which is why a lot of the new people have it. Because it's just like, you just go.
Do these things and go.
It loses to Mew counters, and that's one of the main things. Okay, so Fusion Strike system for, I have 2, so I'm going to draw 4.
So is it what's the wording on that?
Once during your turn, you may draw cards until you have as many cards in your hand as you have Fusion Strike energy in play. Or Pokemon in play.
Okay.
Fusion Strike Pokemon in play. Okay, so I'm going to Ultra Ball away VIP Pass and Nest Ball.
Okay, you definitely have it now.
Yeah, I definitely have it now. If I don't have any Mew VMAX in the prizes. Oh, there they are. Okay, there's one. Yeah, then I will Cram-O-Matic. So a big thing to remember with Cram-O-Matic, sometimes the new people get this mixed up. You can only discard another item card. So sometimes they try to discard things that are not items, or the thing that's most understandable is they'll try to discard tools.
Right.
Because tools used to be items, and the old ones are still labeled that way.
Right.
Heads. So I get to search my deck for any card. I already played a supporter. So I'm going to... Ooh.
Oh dear.
Okay. I'm going to, I don't have to reveal it, so I'm going to grab this sneaky thing.
Mm-hmm.
This actually won't stop you, I don't think, but it's a good scenario to practice. Oh, sorry, I used this one. Now I'm going to Fusion Strike System for 4 again, because I have 2 in hand. Okay. Now I have 6 cards in hand and none that I can / want to burn. Wait a minute. Oh, I already had that. Stupid. I was like, where did that Fusion Strike energy come from? Path to the Peak.
Okay, that's yours.
That's my Lost City. And now I can't Fusion Strike System anymore. I cannot. Copying Melodious Echo doesn't make any sense, because it won't get me enough. It would only be 140 plus 1 plus 30 would be 170. Would I do that if I didn't know what was coming? Would I do this and then copy Melodious Echo? Cross Fusion Strike Melodious Echo for knockout.
Right.
I think I would. Because the advantage of doing that is the problem is when you copy Technoblast, Mew places an effect on itself that during your next turn this Pokemon can't attack, so you have to be able to switch. That's why people like to set up 2 Mew VMAX so you can switch between them each turn with its free retreat.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Now it's your turn.
Alright. I'm just gonna advance Remoraid.
Yep.
Draw the turn.
You already have the counter stadium, don't you?
Yes.
The important thing to realize, the reason so between Worlds 21 and between Worlds 22 and Worlds 23, there was a period where Mew without Fusion Strike energy, pure double turbo energy Mew was popular, and that version was very heavy on Path to the Peak, and it was always about pathing itself. 1, to try to shut down other Mew, but 2, to shut off Drapion V. Because it shuts off Drapion's ability.
Right.
And then it can't attack for free.
Right.
But you already have the counter stadium, so you just need to realize you can't use Drapion with Path.
With Path. Okay. Okay. Okay, so Alright, so we already talked about me Ultra Balling for Blaziken VMAX? No?
Ultra Balling for Octillery.
Oh, okay. I had said that, and then you were like, no, same thing. Okay. I'm going to Ultra Ball those 2 away.
And you can just Nest Ball at the same time.
And then I also going to Nest Ball. Okay.
You'll put down your Drapion, and your opponent will be like, ha ha ha, she doesn't know that she can't attack with Path in play.
Get Octillery with Ultra Ball.
Yep.
And Drapion V with Nest Ball. Let's see. What? Am I going to use Rapid Strike?
That's very reasonable.
Okay.
You always want to rapid strike search every turn.
Right, because I get free pieces.
Right, and you're thinning at the very least.
Right.
At the very least, you're thinning.
Okay. Alright, so rapid strike search. Oh.
Well, wait, do you have a supporter? Because otherwise you're going to rapid strike search for Karina's focus.
Okay. Right, because that allows me to draw cards.
Correct. You might get what you're looking for anyway.
Okay, so rapid strike search. This.
Yep. Here, I can shuffle.
Well, I need to shuffle and then I'm going to use that.
Well, you're going to play Tower of Waters first.
Okay. Yeah.
Because it's draw until you have.
Right.
So
okay.
You want to thin your
I want to
hand.
thin as much as I can. Okay, that makes sense.
So a Mew player is usually going to fill their bench pretty easily, like I did.
Right.
But Wild Style decreases the cost by 1 for each Rapid Strike, Fusion Strike, or Single Strike Pokemon your opponent has in play. So potentially, if they only have 3 down, you might need to attach a water energy, and then that will be your cost. Will just be 1. So just keep that in mind. It doesn't say free.
Right.
It doesn't say, like, if your opponent has any Fusion Strike Pokemon in play, this attack is free.
Right. Okay, so I'm going to play Tower of Waters.
So then I'm like, oh, frick, there goes my path.
Right. And then I'm going to play Karina's Focus to draw 5 cards.
Correct.
2, 4, 5. Okay. Great. Okay. So then I'm going to retreat this for free because it's Rapid Strike Pokemon and Advanced Drapion V and attack with.
You don't want to play any of those cards you just drew?
I don't know. Can't play any of those. Well, I guess I could start setting up Stormy.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, perfect.
Okay, now I'm done.
Okay.
Attack with Dynamic Tail for 190.
Times 2 for weakness.
Times 2
is darkness.
She's dark weak.
Yeah. Most psychic types are dark
most
weak.
Yeah.
Or metal weak.
Or metal weak, okay.
So that's 3 prizes for you.
That's 3 prizes. This attack also does 60 damage to 1 of your Pokemon.
So you get to choose.
Right.
And it just says 1 of your Pokemon. So, honestly, it kind of makes the most sense just to put the damage on Drapion itself, because you know it's getting taken out. But just in case they don't, put it on Artillery. Because nobody's going to, most of the time, they're not going to waste the time putting the damage on your own, like, going after your Artillery. Like, I definitely can't ignore Drapion now.
Right, you can't, yeah.
And then it forces me to do 210, which is hard. Well, I have choice spells, so that's fine. But in general, that's harder for Mew to do. Mew usually swings for 190, unless it plays the power tablets or something. But once you play your power tablets, you can never get them back.
Right. Okay.
In general. All right, you took 3 prizes.
Yes, I did.
Okay. Draw for turn. I'm going to Ultra Ball away Genesect and Ice Cube. For Mew VMAX. Okay. Well, maybe. Alright, I take that back. Because then what I want to do is instead play Mew off of Ultra Ball so that then I can attach this double turbo energy to it. And then Judge.
Okay.
And I'm banking on getting to a Mew VMAX off of my 3 Genesect.
Okay.
So hopefully that happens.
Right.
Or I'm going to feel real silly.
Right. Wow.
And now Meloetta is just a dead card because I have no Fusion Trick energy in play.
Right.
But she gets me so many turn 1 dunks.
Yeah.
That tournament that I came in second at online was because I had literally like 4 sets where I had turn 1 dunk with Meloetta. I was choosing to go second that whole time.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, because it was best of 1, and I had Mew, and I was just choosing to go second.
Right.
And just Meloetta donking.
Well, because you know you can get so well set up.
2, 3, 4 off of Judge. Oh, hey, look. Mew VMAX.
2, 3.
Fusion Trade System for 3. Okay. Cram away Battle VIP Pass. Tail or heads. I don't even know what I want. Oh, yes, I do. Lost City.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know whether or not you have any way to recover Pokemon. You don't, just so you know.
Right.
So, like, if it's a Mew game, don't discard your Drapion with research or something.
And then plan to get it back later.
Yeah.
No, can't do that.
It won't happen. We took out Clara, remember?
Yeah.
Because I never used it.
Right.
Okay, so Lost City. Okay, that's good. And then Fusion Trick System for 2. Okay. Box of Disaster. Probably won't come into play, but just in case. And then I will Fusion Trick System for 1. Okay. I have Choice Belt. So, Technoblast is normally 210. Minus 20 is 190. Plus 30 is 220. So I'm going to cross Fusion Strike, Technoblast for knockout. Pledge.
Let's see.
Yeah, you are in a tough spot.
Yeah,
now you are.
Yeah. Okay. Draw for turn. Okay. So I have Blaziken VMAX in hand.
Okay.
So I should go ahead and play that.
For sure.
Okay.
I mean, you're okay. I can't one-shot. I can one-shot Starmie, but...
Right.
But, yeah, play your best turn. Hope that I can't one-shot Starmie.
I have Nestball and Sylveon V.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would even look for with Nestball. Besides something just to in my deck, but I don't know if there's any point really using it.
Because you already lost an Octillery, right? Or a Remoraid.
Yeah, I think so. No.
Oh, that was the last game.
That was the last game.
Okay, so you could Nest Ball for a Remoraid just to, 1, protect yourself. I mean, just thinking in general, not this game specific even. You could get the other Remoraid just to, like, protect yourself against...
In case you're able to...
In case I somehow knock out that
decide
Octillery.
just to take an easy knockout.
Yeah. Now, again, you have to think about Greninja or something that can do 90 to 2. Because then they would be able to take out both, and so it wouldn't matter much.
Right.
You'd just be giving them 2 prizes.
Right.
But not every deck has that. And then, now thinking more about this situation. At this point, you're saying, look, I have a 190 HP V, not HPV. No.
Oh boy.
I have a 190 HP 2-prizer on the board, so if they can knock it out, they can knock it out. So you may as well put down Sylveon V, which is a 200 HP 2-prizer.
Okay.
Because they're not. It's not easier to knock out than Starmie.
Right.
It's not easier to gust than Starmie.
Right.
So that allows you to have something to accelerate energy to with Max Blaze.
Although I don't know that I have anything in the...
You don't have any energy in this?
No, do I not?
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, fudge.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't use Clutch.
Nope. There's no fire energy in
this would be a situation where Clutch would actually be helpful.
Oh.
Because I can't attack with this Mew VMAX unless I retreat with it. Retreat it.
Yeah.
I wonder if I should throw one copy of Luminous Energy in there. Just for that.
And that's like rainbow energy?
Yeah. Well, it's rainbow as long as you don't have another special energy attached, but you could just have Luminous by itself and use Clutch, or you could have Luminous and basic water and use either.
Okay. That's an idea.
That is an idea.
Okay.
It would also give you access to whatever Sylveon VMAX's first attack is, which is used for just one psychic.
Yeah. I don't remember what it is.
Yeah.
But yes.
Yeah.
That could be interesting.
Could be interesting.
Rapid Strike Search for...
Rapid Strike Energy, you haven't attached from hand this turn, because that was the end of last turn, right?
Yeah. Say I have Rapid Strike Energy.
Oh, well then you should attach it there.
Yeah.
Drapion is in the loss zone.
Oh, sorry.
It's technically a face-up pile above your prizes.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people like to put their B-star marker on top of it as well. Because you're not supposed to have two face-up piles on the same side of the board.
That makes sense, because that could get confusing.
2 face-down piles and 2 face-up piles, but on opposite sides.
Okay, cool. Okay, so then, do I want to see if I can
Have you played a supporter this turn?
No.
Then you should Rapid Strike Search for Greenest Focus.
Okay.
But, I mean, bumping this is not huge.
It's not huge right now. I don't have to be able to retreat right this minute.
Yeah. I mean, you're not going to take a knockout, and you're hoping that I can't take a knockout.
Right. And I don't depend on... I can't... What am I trying to say? I can't recover Pokemon from the discard anyway, so it doesn't hurt me.
Right, so they're essentially in the loss zone.
They're essentially in the loss zone anyway.
Right.
Yeah,
great.
Yeah, can't. Okay, so now I draw 5.
I'd say most people don't cut or tap cut or shuffle your deck, but you should offer.
Right.
Do you want to cut or tap? Is usually what people say. Cut or tap. So they either just say I acknowledge that you shuffled.
Yeah. Okay. Well. I drew Ultra Ball.
Okay. Nothing that you can evolve this turn. There's not really anything else you need to get. The only other thing you might think about getting would be a Blaziken V. But you could save it for Sylveon VMAX next turn.
I actually have Sylveon VMAX.
Okay. She's not going to swing for big damage, but Okay, so Sylveon VMAX does more damage for the more types of Pokemon you have on the bench. So sometimes I will, rarely, when I actually attack with it, sometimes I will late game, like go get Radiant Eternatus and put it on the bench without using, because you don't have to use Climactic Gate. Just put it on the bench to give you another type, which adds like 30 more damage or something.
Right.
And that could be the 30 damage that makes the difference.
Right.
But obviously that would not be at this turn of play.
Yeah, definitely not. Okay. So I'm saving Ultra Ball.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing I would use it
Okay.
for this turn.
Right.
Getting your second Artillery doesn't do anything this turn
Right.
because you can't use Rapid Trick Surge again.
Right.
You already have Sylveon VMAX in play. If I shuffle your hand away, you'd rather save the Ultra Ball until you can actually use it, right? Like that's what we always say. Like in general, don't search for something before you can use it.
Yeah.
Because then you might have it shuffled away, and then you also lost the search card because you already used it.
Right.
So I think like a Blaziken V would be the only thing that would make sense on the bench, but because you're potentially looking at attacking with Sylveon VMAX, you want to think about something that is a different type. But you obviously don't want to put down any fighting types because they are psychic weak.
Right.
So that pretty much leaves you the only other type. Your darkness type is gone.
Right. Fire.
Only
and
other
dragon.
type is dragon.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is Radiant Eternatus.
Yes. Okay. So Max Blaze, right?
Yep.
For 130.
I think that's your best move.
And I don't have anything to attach.
Which really sucks, because usually by this time in the game you do. Now, unfortunately for you, I have 2 boss in hand. And I already have Mew VMAX, so I can take out Starmie just with a normal Technoblast.
Great.
But that was a good.
Yeah.
That was a good. It's really good to see.
Yeah.
And we'll play some.
Yeah, we'll play more.
But it's really good to see how that deck. There's my last Fusion Strike Energy. How that deck plays when you can't use Urshifu.
Yeah.
Because Urshifu is really the best attacker in there.
Right. For sure.
But yeah, some of the big things are weighing, like using Dream Gift versus using Radiant Eternatus, because they both end your turn. Things like that.
Right.
Using Drapion, keep Drapion in mind, obviously.
Right.
You only want to use it against the Mew VMAX, because that's the only time it's worth it.
Right.
Unless you're going to win the game. But,
right.
Don't use it against the Meloetta, and you can't use it with Path in play.
Right.
Okay?
All right.
I love you.